Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I put up another Q&A thing for you guys, so this is gonna be part 3. It's just easier while I'm resting up because my life currently consists of nothing. My life now is so different than it was just 2 weeks ago. Today's day 12 of this nonsense. So on Tuesday it'll be 2 weeks. Today's date is actually the 27th, if you could see there. So yeah, I fell on the 16th. So there is a few questions like I want to answer revolving the fall and all that stuff. I've had people ask like, is anywhere else hurt besides your ankle, and now your leg is hurting? My toes hurt, obviously. It is the right ankle, but I landed on my left leg, like my shin area. There's a huge bruise. It's painful / numb. So yeah, the bruise is officially turned yellow though. So that is healing. It still hurts a little bit. At first, like day 1, day 2, partially day 3, it burned so bad. Like it was the weirdest sensation, but now it just like kind of hurts and stuff. So that is honestly the only places that I got hurt, because like I just like fell. I didn't like slide. There was no like blood or like skid marks or anything like that. I've also had people ask if my ankle was swollen or bruised. Yes to both. It was more so swollen than it was bruised, but it was bruised. It was weird though. It actually wasn't bruised until about day 2 or day 3. So that was really weird. So a lot of people are confused about how I got up myself. And I just want to say, like, I understand that I'm super morbidly obese, but I can go on the floor and get up off the floor myself. While in pain like that though, I honestly think it was just adrenaline. And yes, it did hurt when I first fell, obviously, but it did not like hurt until the next day. Like I was able to limp on it to the best of my ability to get home. Like the minute I fell and I heard the noise that my ankle made, and I saw how my foot just did not want to cooperate fully, I immediately texted my girlfriend. I might have been a little dramatic, but I was like, oh my God, I think I broke my ankle. I hate my life. Like I was super scared. And she was like, where are you? You know? And then immediately after she said, where are you? I actually FaceTimed her. It was a 9-second thing. And I told her where I was. I didn't make it that far from my apartment, so I was like still super close to my apartment. And I just immediately told her where I was, and I said, I'm about to stand up. And she was like, no, wait till I get there. But I'm just like, no. So I ended up hanging up. Like the call was like not even 10 seconds. I ended up hanging up and I just got up myself. And I also want to show you guys a photo of where I fell, because I think the way I described it was kind of weird. So when we were actually coming back from the hospital, I showed my girlfriend like exactly where I fell, because she didn't know like to the T exactly where it was. So we drove past it and I showed her. So I actually had her take a picture the other day of exactly where it was, so you guys can understand a little bit more, because I feel like I explained it kind of weird. I think a lot of people thought that I was stepping off of a curb, which I wasn't. I think I explained it weird. I don't know why I did that. I consider like a sidewalk to be a curb in a way. I don't know. I just explained it weird. But I was walking on the sidewalk, obviously, and I was vlogging. You guys saw in the clip, and you'll see in this photo that there's like this grass right next to the sidewalk. My foot landed half on the sidewalk, and the other half of my foot landed like in between the concrete of the sidewalk and the grass, and like a little divot hole situation. That's how I fell. And I think what made it super easy for me to get up as well is because on the grass, you can't really tell in the photo, but it is like a little incline. It is like a tiny little hill. So my legs were more so towards the bottom of the hill, so it just made it a little bit easier for me to stand up. But my actual left shin landed on the concrete, while I did like this weird little like roll situation type deal, and I ended up on the actual grass. It's not that I stepped off a curb. It was just the fact that I wasn't paying attention and my foot, you know, did this little half and half thing. I was actually wearing tennis shoes, and my tennis shoes make me, I want to say about an inch and a half taller than I am, because it's like a memory foam. And I'm personally not used to wearing tennis shoes. You guys know that I'm a flats type of gal. And I was wearing tennis shoes because, hi, wear tennis shoes if you're exercising. So I think the mixture of that and like the shoes are about like a half size too big for me, because as I've lost weight, my feet have shrunk. I don't know if you guys know that, but your feet like literally shrink, which is so crazy to me, like when you lose weight. So my shoes, I feel like played a big role in the severity, because it was such like an easy roll of the ankle. But yeah, anyways, I feel like I've rambled way too much about this. So let's get into the community posts, like actual questions. I just know that those were like hot topics when I was doing like Instagram Q&As, which I'm not doing anymore. So someone asked, I'm interested in your lymphedema story. When were you first told you had it? How bad was it by the time you realized you had it? And did you have lipedema? I don't know how to pronounce that developed into lymphedema. Okay, so when I first realized that I had lymphedema, it was after like a whole era of me just being in my bed. It was in like 2019, I'm pretty sure. I first noticed it in my stomach, which I thought was lymphedema, but it wasn't. I noticed that after my hysterectomy, the spot that I thought was lymphedema like is no longer there anymore. So I have no idea if that like correlated with my uterine cancer. I have no idea, but I just know since the hysterectomy that has been gone. On my leg though, on my calf, I noticed it a little around the same time. I obviously know what lymphedema is. I've always been aware that it's something I need to look out for. I always lied to myself and said it's never gonna happen. I'm not that person, but it happened. I have never been to a lymphedema doctor, but obviously I have been to doctors who have told me, yes, that's lymphedema. Even just in the ER visit when I was looking at my x-rays online, they mentioned that, you know, I had severe lymphedema and stuff like that. Like they said that on their own, like doctors, medical doctors. So it's not something that I just like diagnosed myself with, even though it's pretty obvious. I don't think I've ever had lipedema, whatever that's called. I don't know if that's what I had before and it just developed. I have no idea. I don't really have anything thrilling for you. It's just like, it's over time, it's slowly gotten bigger, it's gotten worse, and I think now finally I should stop being ashamed, and I think I have stopped being ashamed. I might still think it's gross, but I'm just not ashamed anymore, and I think that's what was preventing me from seeing an actual doctor for it. I do have a primary care doctor, by the way. A lot of you think I don't, which is so weird. I've had this primary care doctor for a hot minute now. I absolutely love them. They are amazing, knowledgeable, and they seem like they really care, which I love. So yeah, they're actually referring me to a physical therapist for lymphedema and an actual like specialist. Someone asked, why aren't I driving yet? If you can fit in a car with a seatbelt, then realistically, what excuse do you have? Oh, me not driving has nothing to do with my weight. I just, for one, have massive anxiety about driving. I have an irrational fear about it. I'm scared to drive. Maybe I don't trust myself on the road. I don't know why, because I feel like realistically, if I did drive, I would be a good driver. I would be patient. I've never noticed myself to be like a passenger driver who is like super impatient on the road. If I'm in the car with someone and they're like driving and they're like a road rage type of person, I get like massive anxiety, so I know that wouldn't be me. Moral of the story, I'm just freaking scared. I have an irrational fear for it. You know, it shouldn't even be considered irrational. Like, people die in car crashes all the time. You're literally sitting, when you think about it, it's really weird. Like, you are in a chair, sitting in this box that moves 70 miles per hour. Like, it's weird, okay? It's just a fear. Why do you not interact with your own fans at your own book discussion? They're talking about, because I'm doing a read along, if you guys don't know, through my community posts. This person's wondering why I don't reply to your comments. I tried to make it to where I was part of the discussion. You know, every day I post, we do 1 chapter a day. So every day I post like my thoughts, my feelings. I make sure to end the post with some questions so there's more engagement, and I figured that is my way of engaging. I'm not gonna lie. The first day I did read comments and there were a lot of bad ones, which honestly shocked me because I was like, this is about a book. Like, it's hard for me to sit there and see so many negative comments about something that I'm thoroughly enjoying doing. So it's easier for me to block that out by not reading the comments, because it's just, it's frustrating. So I make sure if I see anything negative, I'll like pass it as fast as I can, because the last couple of days I have just skimmed them. I'm still trying to figure this out. You know, I do read some of them, so it's not like I'm completely ignoring it. I just see a lot of negativity on there, and it's just like, it's frustrating, because it's like, when can I ever do anything on YouTube that isn't gonna have just like tons of backlash for like absolutely no sense? Like, there's just no reason for the backlash that is happening because of a book discussions. I don't know, it's just becoming frustrating, you guys. Like, I literally can't do nothing. I can't be anywhere. I can't be like a normal person on YouTube without being attacked. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And it's just, you know, I'm finding it to be frustrating. Like, I almost gave up after the first day. I was like, is it even worth it? Like, I just feel like a lot of hobbies of mine or things that I enjoy, they get tainted. You know, I love journaling, but I have too many journals. I love Legos, but they're for children. I was enjoying the scratch art, but it's super boring. I'm doing a book club, but I'm not good at it, and I'm too lazy, and I'm probably actually not reading the book. I like to color because it adds some sort of therapeutic calmness to me, but oh wait, that's also for children. You know, I collected earrings because it was just something I enjoy, and it was a weird thing that I loved, but oh wait, now I'm a hoarder. I enjoy interacting with you guys. I've always loved receiving, giving, answering questions, so I did it on Instagram, but for some reason I was lazy and that's all I did all day, and people ruined it for me by just like constantly leaving me hate, and it was just like a vicious cycle. So that was another thing that was ruined for me. I love vlogging, but my videos are boring. I love writing poetry, but I'm a terrible writer. I like hygiene, shower routines, but I'm only trying to prove that I shower. Donating is a passion, but I'm only doing it for tax write-offs. My girlfriend makes me happy. I get giddy when I'm around her, but I'm lying just for the camera. I love organizing, but I'm just getting clutter. I had a journal sponsor, people harassed them. That ended really quickly. I love fashion and torrid, but you guys want me to either stop showing my body for the camera or hashtag leg reveal. I'm now enjoying a read along. But, oh wait, I'm not actually reading the book and I'm too lazy. Like, I honestly, the list can go on. Like, it can go on, it can go on. No matter what I do, it is poison for me somehow. Like, I used to love wearing fake nails and I stopped because people were like, oh, it changed her personality. Like, what? Things get tainted. Like, I like literally hold my feelings on my sleeve. My heart is on my sleeve. I'm sensitive. I feel every emotion super strongly. That's just something about me that I think I actually hate. Like, I would rather not. I feel sadness, like it's just gripping at my heart. And like, just, I feel it in my freaking chest. I feel pain, physical pain when I feel emotional pain. When I'm happy, I'm through the roof. I seem manic. Like, I feel every emotion strongly, whether it's good emotions or bad emotions. And when I'm just like beat up by hundreds, thousands of people about every single thing I share, it becomes very tainted for me. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm finding it hard to keep up with being myself and having the freedom of being myself on my channel, because it just feels like people want to put me in this box of someone that they want me to be instead of the person that I actually am. And it's like, if you don't like me, move on. Click to the next video. There's tons of people to watch on YouTube. Okay, sorry. Oh, I don't film as much as I used to, so it's like now that I'm filming, I'm like, okay, we're rambling. I love that for me. Would you be willing to recreate fast food cravings at home? Obviously, once you've healed, of course. Yes, that sounds super fun. Like, I was gonna do the KFC bowl, but we already did it, obviously, and I haven't been vlogging, so you guys didn't get to see that, but we could definitely remake it. It was so good. But I would love to take like my favorite fast food items or like my favorite takeout items and create them into something like healthier, more low calorie, and just like a way that makes me feel better versus just like eating the takeout. If your girlfriend was so supportive, why did she let you take Advil for a month instead of taking you to a dentist? I took the medicine for a month after I got my tooth removed, which means I did go to the dentist, and I am the one who makes my appointments. Not only that, but my girlfriend repeatedly said, baby, you need to go to the dentist. Let's go to the dentist. And I'm not gonna lie, at one point she was like, I'm gonna call for you, and I said, baby, no, I got it. I got it. So she was very supportive. But it's my choice when I go to an appointment, obviously. And then someone else was like, why did she let a nearly 500-pound person walk in the dark? I normally 9 times out of 10 am walking in the dark when I do my exercising, because it's just more calming. You know, it's not as popping out there because I do live somewhere where there's like a lot of people. And I kind of just like, I don't know, I'm very much like a nighttime person. I'm a night owl. So you guys, I'm not like disabled. I am healing currently, but before all this, I wasn't disabled. I wasn't incapable. You guys saw the drastic changes that I made. I just feel like this whole ligament situation has like warped your guys' brains of like, so many of you think I'm just not able. Like, the fact that you think that I can't walk in the dark just goes to show that like you just don't know me like as a person at all. Like, at all. And is that my fault? I feel like maybe I'm just not good at like showing my true self. Like, this is something I like talk to my girlfriend about. Like, I ask her, I'm like, am I just not doing a good job of showing like who I am as a person? And she's like, honestly, not really. Like, but she understands. She's also like, but I get it, because the people who do follow you, there's a large amount of people who just like tear you apart as a person. So it's easier to like almost put on a persona. So it's like you hate that persona instead of actually like hating me as a person. I don't know, it's like a mess. I want to be myself, but it's so hard. And then when I try to be myself, people still assume just the craziest things. Like, I'm a 30-year-old woman. Actually, I'm 31. I forgot how old I was a couple months ago, by the way. I literally was like, how old am I? But I'm a 31-year-old woman who is perfectly capable. Anyways, yes, she's supportive. Why was your response to someone saying you should protect your mental health by not watching reaction channels just, I make them mad too? Shouldn't you be asking them instead of like actually addressing why you subject yourself to shit that obviously damages you? Why do you deflect everything? So I actually watched 2 to 3, sometimes 3. There is a third one that I sometimes watch, reaction channels, and that's it. And I've mentioned them repeatedly. None of these reaction channels that I watch actually damages me at all. I just think it's funny to watch because it's like, okay, I need to know what drama. What drama am I going through now? What do I have to expect? What's the new rumor? Like, the fact that I have to watch videos from reaction channels / drama channels of mine just because I don't even know what I'm going through, even though I am myself, doesn't that say something to you? Like, I have to literally catch up with myself to be like, okay, what am I gonna expect here? What type of tea is happening that actually isn't real? Like, it's a lot. Plus, I find entertainment in the 2 reaction channels that I do watch. There's some sort of entertainment value for me. I do enjoy it. It's not damaging me. If they ever do or say something that honestly mentally makes me feel not good, then I'll stop watching them for a hot minute. It's that simple. But I do kind of still agree with what I said before, you know? There is a certain reaction channel out there who complains about literally everything that I say. It's always negative, and if it is something positive, they're just like, oh, kudos to you. Okay, so tell me more. Why kudos to me? But it's just always something negative and assumption based, and I get called boring by them, and like, what's the point of this video? Like, just so many different things. So it's like, obviously I'm making them feel a unhealthy, damaging way as well, because clearly they're not happy watching my content. So I still stand by that. Someone said, do you prefer shopping for journals or shopping for doctors? I will forever be glad that I was an advocate for myself. I went to a couple doctors who kept on telling me that the bleeding I was experiencing and the pain and the white cell count was just a UTI. You need to be an advocate for yourself, and I'm never gonna feel bad because something was wrong with me and I was right. I had cancer. So if you want to make funny jokes like that, people are saying priceless, savage, I love it. Find humor in my cancer story. I don't give a fuck, but I am very grateful that I was an advocate and I kept trying to fight. But it's like, eventually I gave up. I'm not gonna lie. You guys saw it. I gave up. I was like, you guys were there. So many of you were like, oh, why didn't you see a doctor? But in the same breath saying that I doctor shop. So which is it? Make it make sense. But you guys were there. I would see different doctors. I didn't always tell you why, because I was embarrassed. Why am I gonna sit there and tell YouTube, hi, I can't stop bleeding? Cool. No, I never told you guys because I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. So I kept seeing doctors. I saw a handful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I even went to the ER a couple times. I was right though. Something was wrong with me. I was dying. I had cancer eating me up. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel guilty. And I will tell anybody, if you feel like something's wrong with you and your doctor is just misdiagnosing you, or you feel like it, you feel in your heart, you feel in your gut, you feel in your soul, you know who you are as a person, see another doctor. See 3 more doctors. You're not gonna make me feel bad for this one. Would you consider doing live streams again while you're in recovery? At the moment, I'm recovering from oral surgery, so I'm in bed a lot lately. Think it would be so much fun to watch streams. I hope you heal good. I recently also got oral surgery, so I totally understand where you're coming from, but I hope that you heal good and safely, and I hope you have things that are entertaining you, such as I. But live streams, that is honestly, that was my first thought when this happened. I was like, you know, I still want to be able to do my job and talk to my subscribers, but you know, live streams, I think I'm mentally unwell for those because of the way that I get treated in the live streams. So I don't think I could do that right now. I'm sorry. I wish that there was some way I could just like do it with my supporters. It's not that I want hug boxes and ass pats. It's just I don't want negativity. I mean, it's that simple. Like, I want to be able to go and do something online without it being like negative and gross. Like, I remember when I first started TikTok, I was obsessed with learning the dances. Like, I love dancing. I've loved dancing since I was a little girl. I've been in talent shows. I've been in actual dance groups. It was something that I thoroughly loved. So I started like making these TikToks, and I just was obsessed. And that was another hobby that I found for myself. Plus it was exercising. I had to like redo the dance like a million different times. Like, it was a lot of exercise for someone my size, and people ruined that for me. Completely ruined that for me. Of course they did. So a lot of things are ruined for me, and I feel like I also feel so bad for my supporters because it's also ruined for them. I feel like this whole video is so negative. Oh my god. I'm sorry, you guys. I guess when you feel like shit, it's easier to talk about shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I am slowly starting to feel better. It's slowly happening. Like, I'm walking better, etc., etc. I think I'm just like mentally blocked right now. Like, there's so much I want to do, like physically, mentally, like all this time in bed. Like, I just have so many thoughts, like goals and dreams, but then I just have like this big heavy feeling on my chest, and it's very much due to the hate online. I don't think I've been able to, especially not in the last like year and a half, I haven't been able to just like sit and just like absorb it all. Usually I'm just like, it just goes in one ear out the other. I move on, I move past it, I'm over it. And a lot of people are always like, how do you handle it? How do you handle the hate? How do you do it? I wouldn't be able to do it. I always told them I'm just numb. I'm just used to it. I don't think I've been numb to it while being bedbound. Like, I told Alex the Shook to fuck off because I was actually really hurt by his video. That's not the Amberlynn that, you know, that wasn't me a month ago. I've just, you know, I'm in pain, my ankle, and all this like hate. Like, I'm just feeling everything so much stronger than usual, only when it comes to like YouTube hate. Because it's like, naturally as a person, I feel all emotions super strong. But like with the hate, it's been happening for so long that I have become immune to it. But for some reason, like, my immunity shot has been expired. Like, I don't know. So I just feel myself sticking up for myself more. I am just putting my foot down. And if people want to call me like a bitch for it, go for it. If you guys want to say that I'm a mean person, go for it. But imagine being treated like crap for years by thousands of people who demean you and spread rumors and are just horrible. It's just horrible energy and vibes, and just, it's gross for years. And you just kind of kept your mouth shut. You'd have random slip ups where you stuck up for yourself, but 9 times out of 10, you just kept your mouth shut because you felt like they put the duct tape over your mouth. You felt like they tied your hands behind your back. You felt like they put you in that cage. That's how it feels to me. And you can't invalidate how I feel as a person. And I just never had the nerve to speak up like this. I took the duct tape off, I took the fucking things off my hands, and I opened that motherfucking cage because I am tired of it. And it's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. So I either stay weak and immune to it, or I become a bitch and I stick up for myself. I don't know. What's right? I don't know. I've been asking questions for years and you never respond. You actually changed my life. I was overweight and had been for 15 years. I then found your channel and started watching. Something just clicked and I started to work out and I changed my diet. I lost half of myself and am smaller than I've been in a long time. I will forever be grateful to you and will continue to support your channel even if I don't agree with you. I do wish you well and hope that you heal well and get back to working on yourself and your life goals. Shut the Front Door is the username. And I want to say, congratulations. I am so happy for you and I'm glad that I was able to be an inspiration. Whether it be because you're watching me and you don't want to be like me, or you're watching me and you see my struggles and it makes you want to fight yours, like whatever it may be, I don't care how I did it. I'm just so glad that I was able to do it. It's clear to me that you have saved your life in the way that you wanted to, and I'm very proud of you for that. I get messages all the time of, you know, people saying, I watch you so I don't end up like you. please, please, please use me as that inspiration. Actually, I don't take offense to that or nothing, because being this size isn't glorious. It's not glamorous. Yeah, it can be beautiful. I can do a nice winged eyeliner. I got beautiful hair. I got some cute clothes. Like, of course it can be beautiful, but it's not fun. It's not healthy. It's not the way of life that anybody should live. So I never take offense to that, because I want to show people the struggles. I want to show people that don't get in this position, because you can get cancer, you can get lymphedema, you can hurt your ankle and have to chill in bed for days on end. I never try to glamorize being this weight. Yes, I do share positive aspects to my life, because as a person, I'm not just a bundle of negative, unhealthy moments. No, I have great moments in my life. I have beautiful moments in my life. But if I could ever be an inspiration for anybody, whether it's because I lost 100 pounds and you're like, if Amberlyn Reed can do it, I can do it, or if it's because the way that I walk, or the way that I breathe, or the way how big my legs are, if that could be your inspiration, then I want it to be. Use that to save your life. And that does not offend me. That makes me feel glad that I was able to inspire you to be better. What are your current moving plans? Staying in Kentucky for a while, moving out of state? I will be moving. I'm just not currently 100% sure in this moment, but yeah, Kentucky's about to be a memory, and that's crazy to think. Okay, I need to stop answering questions because I feel like this video is gonna be so long. I'm not sure though. I just don't want to be sitting here rambling. I just feel like this video is so negative, and that's like not my intention. I just feel on the defense, and I feel like that's okay. Honestly, I have every right to be. I feel like I'm validated in that. I know a lot of people are going to try to invalidate that, which is totally fine. But I feel like I am validated in the way that I am reacting recently. It feels like a relationship that I don't want to be in anymore. Like, all of the things that I would never, ever, ever stand for in a relationship, I am getting in my YouTube comments by viewers. And that's frustrating to me. And that's hard, because it's like, I love what I do, and I'm not gonna let those comments win. People say, why don't you get off YouTube? No, why don't they get off of YouTube? We need to fight more for the right things. Kicking someone off of YouTube because they're bullied is not the right thing. Kicking the bullies off of YouTube is the right thing. And for anyone who thinks that, then why don't you just get off of YouTube? You're also part of the problem. So, just saying. I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of good to express myself about this topic. So, I just hope that not every single one of my Q&As end up like this, because that's not the vibe, that's not the energy. Like, I just want my videos to have a little more, a lighter energy. But right now it just looks like, instead of me putting on a fake smile, I'm actually wearing my realness here. You know, because there are a lot of times I come on YouTube and I have a mask on, and I think I just finally decided to take it off. So anyways, I'm going to end this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.